Hello everyone. We're back. We're doing an audio test stream for now, but I really need to do Deltarune. I would like to do earlier than nighttime, so I mean it is only 12, luckily. I think I'm gonna do this audio test stream and then we'll eat lunch, or I'll eat lunch, and then I'll come back probably with Deltarune. Uh maybe, you know what? Probably 6 p.m. would be good, huh? What do you think about that? 6 p.m. EST? Although that is a while later. Yeah. Hi, Mirror. My display here and refresh and refresh and refresh all that. Okay. So yeah, hopefully you can hear me. I'm gonna be getting my earbuds here to to listen in, because I just reset up all my audio, so all the volumes are gonna be different. So I gotta adjust some volumes on my end here. I'm gonna adjust all the volumes just in Wavelength now, instead of having like because now, sorry, with Wavelength, now I have now I can have my personal mix back, and then change volume for the stream only. With my Sonar, the way I had it set up with VBand and everything, I couldn't use Sonar's stream mix, which had different audio sliders for me and the stream, because it all routed it through one channel, and I couldn't do that if I wanted to have copyright non-copyright tracks on my streams. But now with Wavelength, it allows me to do that again. So I'm glad that I cut out Sonar. For one, it was just breaking constantly, kept automatically reloading for no reason. Even after I updated it, like an update came out, it didn't fix it. So today I uninstalled it, restarted my laptop, got rid of all those audio channels unnecessary. Installed it again because I still need SteelSeries GT for my SteelSeries keyboard and mouse, but I don't have Sonar enabled this time, so now I'm just not using that. And I have it all set up through Wavelength. I have a big old, I think I can actually move it over here and show y'all. It's pretty complex. Like, look at that. We got a bunch of the channels are on the left. The rows are the channels, and then the columns are the mixes. So, uh, nice 3 stream streak. Very cool. Thank you for that. But yeah, so this is basically what it is. Yeah, it's not. It's more complicated to explain than it is to actually set up, I think, right? So this is just personal is for me to hear that mix. Then there's Discord, which is just my microphone and soundboard going into Discord input. I'm looking at the mix columns here, by the way. And then obviously there's Stream Global, which is my mic, the game, Discord, and my soundboard as well. And then obviously I had the copyright and non-copyright columns there as well, which is either my browser or Spotify, depending on which one is which. Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome in. I'm just explaining my new audio setup that I'm testing right now. How you doing? Thanks for the follow. We're very close to 100 followers. So I really appreciate that. It's weird hearing my voice again. Oh, Moon. I know you. Okay. Yeah. So I'm testing the audio. But that's not it. It's not just Wavelength. It also is Voicemeeter. Voicemeeter is also a pretty vital component in this. As you see here, this one looks more complicated, but it's really not. So my personal mix, my mixes can actually go into inputs for this, for Voicemeeter. We could do, I think that's it. And then, right. So now, you can see the 4 inputs to the left of my head. I obviously have my personal, I have my stream global, stream copyright, stream non-copyright. Wavelength is going into Voicemeeter. And then as you see, the right above my head here, there's like 5 buttons. There's like A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. A1 goes to my headphones so I can hear it. And that's why I need my personal going into a Voicemeeter as well so that I can hear it myself. And then A5 goes to my capture card. It goes right to my capture card so that that gets sent over automatically. So yeah, it's routing anything that's on A5 to my capture card, which includes my Stream Global here, as you can see down there. Stream Global right there is a little A5 is green. It goes right there. So, and that's about it. So much more simpler than everything else. But also VBand is also enabled. There's a little VBand menu here. I just have bus A2 and A3 on. That captures anything that's on A2 or A3, as you see there, like these two channels right there. And those that gets sent over VBand, which is over my local network, to my desktop, and that's how you guys can hear either the VOD or the live music, which I don't have any playing right now, so it's not broken. I just haven't played anything yet. But yeah, if you ever, honestly, if you don't have a multi PC setup, you probably don't need all this. Or a dual PC setup, you probably don't need all this audio setup. What you can do actually is just in OBS, you can add audio captures just as a source in OBS, and then in that way you can check the different tracks and stuff for where you want it to be routed to. OBS gives you like 6 different tracks, and so I use like track 1 for, let me actually bring up the options here. So I use track 1 for my capture card and copyright audio. I use track 2 for my capture card and non-copyright audio. And I use track 6 for my capture card and non-copyright audio as well. Track 6 is the Twitch VOD track. And then track 2 is YouTube and track 1 is Twitch Live. And that's how that works. You don't? Yeah. That's fine though. I mean, if you're able to stream, but you can still set it up just in OBS. Like you don't need Wavelink and Voicemeeter if you just got the one computer. And also the only reason I really need this is so I can do the multi-track and the Twitch VOD track. If I didn't use the Twitch VOD track for copyrighted audio, it would be much more simpler. But I kind of want that so I can play copyrighted music on stream. If you don't know what the Twitch VOD track is, it's very helpful. Basically, when you're streaming live, there's one track, which is what you're hearing right now, and then when you're done streaming, it saves it to a VOD, but it doesn't save that audio track that you're hearing right now. It saves the VOD track. So it's a completely different track that you can't hear until the VOD is published that uses that one. That way you don't have copyright audio in the VOD because it would automatically just mute the entire VOD if you had copyright audio in there. And then YouTube doesn't have its own VOD track. And it also will strike down your stream while you're live if you have copyrighted audio, unlike Twitch. So, yeah. So essentially, OBS has 3 different tracks I use. And that's why I need, if I routed everything through my capture card, then I wouldn't be able to split it on my desktop. That's why I need VBand. But yeah. And then I'm not using VBand for my global audio because I don't want that to be delayed, like my voice or my game audio. I don't want it to be delayed from the capture card. So I want the capture card to capture the audio with the video, rather than using VBand for that, which also would take up more network stuff if I did that. But yeah. Before my capture card, I was doing that, but I was also sending the video over through like not VBand, but like distro AV or something like that. But capture card is great. I don't need to send video over the network, so it's actually amazing how cool, how like good it works. But I also got a pretty expensive one. Hey, thank you for the Prime sub, Moon. We appreciate that. Nice, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna have to check my mix it up. I swear it should have done a alert for that sub. Events, Twitch. Oh, you know what? I think I had it disabled or no. No, it should, yeah, it should just be automatic. I think it's in overlay widgets, alerts, follow subscriptions. Yeah. Hmm. Interesting. I'm gonna try testing it with subscribe. Okay, I sent it down. Okay, maybe it did send it down there and I didn't see it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't know. Leo gifted a sub last night, but it didn't say who it went to, so I have no idea who got that sub. So maybe I can like see like a list of subscribed people or something. I don't know. Let me pull up my Twitch stuff so I can start playing audio and see how loud it is. Or you know. Okay, let's see here. I'll turn it down at first. Play it. There you go. There you go. Okay. Hey, you got the first badge, the founder's badge. Nice. I think 50% is good. Actually, maybe 55%. How does that sound, guys? Music volume. I'm listening to it on my headphones on my phone. Sounds good. Is it too quiet for you to hear? I can hear it. Do you have your volume down low? Because like if you have your volume down low, you might not hear the music, but that means maybe you can't hear it. That's so weird. I'm literally listening to this stream on my phone and I can hear it. Let me try turning it up some more. Right? You hear that? Yeah. That's so weird because I could hear it just fine. I just don't want it too louder than my voice. How's this? 65% volume. This is good. Okay. Alright, now I gotta test my YouTube stream. For the non-copyright audio. See how loud that is. Okay. Okay. Huh. It's very delayed compared to Twitch. That's fun. How does my mic sound? It sounds... Because, okay, here's the thing. I have a dynamic microphone. Oh, or no. Which one is it? I think I have a condenser. I have a condenser microphone. So it picks up everything in like a freaking 3-mile radius. So I have to use noise cancellation. But noise cancellation reduces the quality of my voice as well. I think it does sound okay as well. But like compared to previously, because I was using Sonar, noise cancellation, and that they use like Clearcast, which is like their own software for it. So I can't use that in Wavelink. But I did find another noise cancellation that's better than the one Wavelink has. I'm using that one, and it sounds better, and it cancels a lot. Like I could tap on my desk, and I couldn't hear it when I was testing. Or I could type, and I don't think I could hear that either. Right? Yeah, I can't hear myself typing. So it's great at canceling, but I don't know how my voice is, especially compared to the other one. Yeah. Like we got a good setup here. And then the game, I'm so glad I can change the game volume for me or the stream independently now, thanks to Wavelink. Honestly, I should have just tried this much earlier, because like look at this, game volume. There's a volume slider right there. Game, last row, first column, personal. I can change that for me, or I can change it for the stream global right there, which is at 50%. Mine's a little higher for me, but I love it. This is much better, and I don't have to deal with Sonar crashing randomly for no reason. But also, Voicemeeter was a little finicky. Earlier it was like stuttering, and then all the devices were going unrecognized, and I had to restart the audio engine for it a bit. But I changed some like settings. Like I went into Task Manager, and then the details, and I found like the audio dg.exe. I changed the priority to high, and I set the affinity to only use one CPU, so it doesn't bounce around CPU cores. And apparently that's supposed to help and keep that one safe, so that way it doesn't accidentally like break in the middle of it or something. I don't know how well it is, because it hasn't broken. It's only broken twice before stream. Or not broken, like, even if it breaks, all I have to do is hit Control R on Voicemeeter, and then it like fixes itself, so I don't know. So it's not that terrible if it breaks, but unlike Sonar breaking randomly and then having to wait for it to reload, and then reloading Voicemeeter on top of that. But I still am using my laptop, so if I close the lid and then open it back up, I gotta restart Wavelink, because it, you know, and then Voicemeeter capture card has to get reloaded and all that. This is how a laptop works with Windows, so I mean, not much I can do about that. But it's not hard to do that. I'm not gonna be closing my lid while I'm streaming anyways, so. Also, another win. So you know how, okay. Obviously I'm streaming with a capture card and everything. Blue light. Blue light is bad for your eyes, and recently it's been giving me headaches. Because I had to turn off my blue light filter on my laptop so I can stream to my desktop. The capture card won't get affected by the blue light filter, right? I do have glasses, yes, but not blue light glasses, just normal glasses. But the blue light, yeah, blue light really hurts for the most part. So I turned off my blue light filter in Windows so that the capture card doesn't get tinted. But I fixed it. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner, but I have my big monitor. It has its own video settings. So I turned on blue light filter on that, so Windows doesn't think its blue light filter is on. And then my laptop screen, you would think, oh, it's like, it's a part of the computer. No, there's actually MSI, which is my laptop manufacturer. They have an app called MSI TrueColor, and they allow me to set a blue light filter on that, which only changes the display, nothing on Windows side. So it shouldn't be tinted on my capture card anymore, and that solves all that, hopefully. So I got a great setup now. Oh. And I can change the volume of my soundboard for Discord or stream as well. Because before, I was routing my soundboard and mic independently to Voicemeeter. Now they're routed independently into one channel right here, and there's volume sliders for each one of them, and then also for stream. So if people can't hear it as loud on Discord, I could just turn up the volume. Not for myself, not for personal, but there's a Discord channel as well, so I could even do it for just Discord and not myself as well. Right there, Discord column. I can turn up the soundboard volume for Discord or the stream. So perfect. It's great. I should get blue light glasses, yeah, but honestly, the only time I wear my glasses are when I'm on my computer or when I go outside. And obviously, the sun and natural light isn't gonna hurt my eyes because of blue light, so I don't really need blue light glasses, especially if I have a blue light filter on my devices, which I always have it on my phone. I just needed to turn on the blue light filter for my displays themselves, not Windows. So I don't technically need them anymore, or like blue light glasses. Huh. Speaking of that, I don't know why iConvert Shield was not on my phone. I thought I turned it on all the time. Yeah, it's just always on. I don't know why it was off. Now it's on. Yeah, I need my glasses for my computer. If I don't have my glasses on, I literally can't see the monitor that's like 2 feet, like not even a foot in front of me. No, it's more than a foot in front of me, for sure. I can kind of like guesstimate 12 inches, which is a foot. It's like maybe 2 feet in front of me. I can't, it's blurry without my glasses. But like I can walk around the house just fine without my glasses, but everything is a little blurry, especially if I just wore my glasses. But whenever I go outside the house, I bring my glasses with me. I'm tired of not being able to see. Oh, Artemis is now, we're in Artemis' stream now. Okay, what I'm gonna do is, turn off the non-copyright and then allow myself to hear the stream here. Sorry, I'm just listening to Artemis's stream right now. Okay, nice. I think I'm good. I think we've seen enough of that. Okay. Yeah. So I think it's a pretty good stream. I mean, not like really. I mean, it's a good test stream. We got the audio working, set the volume for Spotify and non-copyright music. I usually eat lunch and then come back for Deltarune. What do y'all think? Do you like Deltarune, Moon? Never played it. Oh, you're in for a treat. You're in for a treat. I already did chapter 1 of Deltarune, unfortunately, so you're gonna miss that. But I can. I'm on chapter 2. If you tune in a little later, I'll be streaming that. Yeah, I'm not blind to chapter 2, but I am gonna be blind to chapter 3 and 4, which I need to play after. And then chapter 5 is coming out in like 4 days, as well. So, yeah, probably. We did want to play that ages ago, didn't we? Yeah. Yeah, we can play that eventually. I just don't really play. I don't really. I can't lie. I don't really play a lot of games off stream anymore. Yeah. Speaking of, I graduate college on the 31st of next month. So, I don't know what's gonna happen after that. Like with my life. A job, probably, maybe. I'm gonna have loans to repay. So, yeah. Okay. Man. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen after July. I can't lie. I'm a little nervous about that. This song fits so well. I wish I could turn back time to the good old days. Yeah. If only I was, if I had my current mind and voice, it would be so cool if we could go back in time when we were younger and then do the stuff that we can do now. You know what I mean? Back when we have no responsibilities. I don't know. I'm just not the most ecstatic to graduate because that means loans to start repaying I think I have to make my first payment within 6 months of graduating, I'm pretty sure. I have no job lined up, no nothing, so yeah. For real, like you see those memes where it's like me being busy being born, or like playing with crayons when I should have been buying a house. Because all the houses, like the housing market crashed in like 2008. Or like, yeah, around that time. Crazy. Man, it's crazy. My mom and my dad, obviously they were still together when I was younger. And apparently we actually owned a house in Oregon. Like, we owned a house a long time ago. But then something happened and we maybe we couldn't afford it anymore. I don't know what happened. But I think my mom was never really good with money. Kept buying stuff she didn't need. She kept wrecking her cars and getting new, like, having to get new cars. Or rent new cars or whatever. I don't know what she was doing. But yeah, my dad told me about it. He's like, we actually owned that. It was like a 2-story house too. It's like, we owned that 2-story house. And then this was like a decade later or so. Like, I was like maybe 20 when he told me about it. And he's like, I'm still paying off that house or whatever. Like, to this day, I'm like, damn. Yeah, unfortunate. My dad had to go through a lot. Because of the divorce, I lived with my mom, so he had to do child support. He lost his job in a big kind of, I don't know if it was construction or not, but I know he did blueprints for something. Hi Shadow, welcome in. Yeah, I was testing my new audio setup. It's much better, in my opinion. I now have volumes for stream and volumes for me and volumes for Discord. So I can do all that myself. How you doing, Shadow? Yep. And I don't have sonar, which keeps crashing on me for no reason. Wavelength has been much more stable in my opinion so far. Even before it started crashing about 2 weeks ago, consistently, sonar, I always had some problem with sonar. Like, there's just always been some problem with SteelSeries GT or sonar. So I don't know. But I do need GT still for my keyboard and mouse, but I'm not using sonar anymore, which is the audio stuff. I'm just using Wavelength and Voicemeeter. So hopefully that's much better. Yeah. And I was just doing a test stream to get the audio set up for like the copyright music you're hearing right now, and then the non-copyright music that's gonna be on the VOD track and the YouTube right now. Just getting all that audio volume set up. But yeah, because after I got my dual stream PC set up, or dual PC stream set up with my capture card, I was still using sonar, and because I was using sonar and different channels and audio tracks and whatever, I couldn't use streamer mode in sonar, which allows me to have 2 different volumes for me and stream. So I was stuck with just one volume for both me and stream, and it was kind of annoying, but Wavelength solves that. It's a lot of this stuff here. It's a lot of volume sliders there. Yeah, and then Voicemeeter, of course. It's a lot of stuff. It looks complicated, but it's much easier to set up than it is to explain it. It's harder to explain, basically. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like an intense setup, but it's just I have 3 different audio tracks, basically, and that's why it needs to be so complicated. I don't even know if I could do a visual here. Yeah, I think a visual would be harder. What is the ROG Ally? Asus ROG. Let me look that up. Asus ROG Ally, what is that? Gaming handheld PC. Is that what that is? Alright, thanks for the work. Okay, so it's like a oh, okay, a Steam Deck or ROG Ally. Honestly, I don't know. I think this, yeah, I think this Steam Deck has less, like technically less power than the ROG Ally. Yeah, the ROG Ally is more powerful. But the Steam Deck is often considered more budget friendly and seamless experience for Steam users. I think if you wanted to, you could probably put SteamOS on the ROG Ally. Yeah, it says you can install SteamOS on the ROG Ally. So if you want more power and still SteamOS, you could probably do that. I don't know much about it. The only handheld I have is my little brother's Nintendo Switch. So the only handheld I've had is a Switch as well, besides like older ones like the Nintendo DS and 3DS. Yep. My little brother lost one of his Switches, and then he used his birthday money to get another Switch. And I was like, wait, just wait for the Switch 2 to come out. And he's like impatient, so we didn't wait for the Switch 2 to come out. Unfortunately. Could have used my little brother's Switch 2 for games, or game streams, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I got a capture card, so I could play Xbox or the Switch if I really wanted to, but there's no reason to play the Switch. Because there's like no games on there. There's no games that I'm really interested in on the Switch besides Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And I've already played those to completion. I know like everything about those two games, so there's no point streaming those really. Unless I just want to chill Breath of the Wild stream or something. But then it's like I only have a Switch, so it's 720 30 FPS if I wanted to stream it. Yeah, I don't know. Breath of the Wild is a stream or a game that I could always go back to like after a couple of years and just have a really chill time. Like it's such a chill, calming game. I love that type of game. It's just nature and exploration and open world is great. Best kind of game in my opinion. I love nature. Yeah. I hope they make another Legend of Zelda game in that series soon. Like I want another Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom. Again, I played both of them. I want a third one. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Tears of the Kingdom came out in 2023. So it's been 3 years. It's actually been a little over 3 years. It came out June 5th, 2023. Oh no. May 12th, 2023. It came out for Nintendo Switch 2 on June 5th, 2025, which is last year. And then Breath of the Wild was 2017. So it was like 6 years in between. So maybe there's another 3 years until the next Legend of Zelda game and that formula. So I don't know. Colgera. Tears of the Kingdom is definitely worth finishing if you enjoyed Breath of the Wild. But I will say Breath of the Wild has that charm that Tears of the Kingdom just kind of like... It's everything Breath of the Wild is and more, but it's not like the nostalgia of Breath of the Wild. Yeah, like I can always go back to Breath of the Wild, but I feel like Tears of the Kingdom, there's a little more to it if I wanted to go back to it. Something like that. But I would like to go back to either of them. You know, they're both pretty good. I just think Tears of Kingdoms Hyrule is more gloomy, I think. And that's probably why it's a little less like nostalgia and relaxing than Breath of the Wild. But I do love both of them. And I miss the champions from Breath of the Wild. Those were some of my favorite characters, especially Mipha. Mipha was the greatest champion. I could see why you would like Urbosa. I like Urbosa too, but Mipha's my girl. I love Mipha. Also, Mipha's theme song is the best. It's just, you know, let me see. Mipha's theme from Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. There's, I don't think they've put their. Yeah, they didn't put. They haven't posted their soundtrack like officially on Spotify. But you know what I can do is I could pause my music here. I can go to Wavelength now, and I can easily set up my browser playing the copyright track, so I can do this. Wild Mipha's theme, right? And then I can go here, unmute it for me. Put it down a bit. Right. This theme is the best. That's unfortunate. I may or may not be able to play both games on a different device. May or may not be able to, and may or may not have access to like every amiibo possible because of that. May or may not. Who knows? You know, like confirming or denying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want the figurine, something to look at. You probably like print out a poster or something. Much cheaper than a figurine kind of amiibo thing. That's a lot. Were you able to hear the theme song well enough? It's pretty great. Love that theme song. Best theme song of Breath of the Wild. Um, Soft but audible. Yeah, I mean it is a soft kind of theme. Here, I'll turn it up a little bit. It's at the same volume it is for YouTube. Except I muted YouTube because it's copyright probably for Urbosa. Yeah. I will say I do like their like I guess it's kind of Egyptian kind of like stylized, you know, music. I do like Urbosa and Richi's like theme in that regard. Uh yeah, I get it. It's a lot of men hate out there. Let's see. What's a good one? What's a good song? Da, 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 da. I guess this one. You hear this one? I was just started playing, but it's a little quiet, I think. It's getting there. Yeah. Okay, it's still a little quiet, but oh, what's that? You can hear that? Ba-da-ba, do you know what this is from? Yes, it is from Castle in the Sky. That's what this is from. This track is called "The Girl Who Fell from the Sky." Yeah. Sorry, YouTube and TwitchBot. There's no audio for you. I'm using my browser for the copyright at the moment. Studio Ghibli has some of the best music and best animated films, like of all time. This was Studio Ghibli's first official movie, but they did have a movie before Studio Ghibli was founded called Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. Great movie as well. So that came out like 2 years before Castle in the Sky came out, but it was also before the studio was officially founded. So that makes technically makes Castle in the Sky their first movie. Eh, Howl's Moving Castles. It's all right. I do like that they got Christian Bale in the in the dub for that. So he played Howl. But Spirited Away is always gonna be a classic, and Ponyo is also always gonna be a classic. Like those two are the two Studio Ghibli movies I've seen ages ago, and then like I didn't see any other Studio Ghibli movies back then. Girl, I think you got a crush on any girl at this point. Um, yeah. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Um, but yeah, Princess Mononoke is a great one as well. Have you seen that one? That one's great. Um, and then you gotta watch Nausicaa if you haven't seen that. Again, that was their first movie before the studio was founded. You're missing out. They call Nausicaa the Valley of the Wind the precursor of Princess Mononoke, by the way. It's been compared like that. Both have a lot of nature themes. A lot of Studio Ghibli movies have nature themes. Here's a song from Princess Mononoke. Hmm. Ugh. I need to eat lunch. Let me skip through school. Okay, no. How about this one? I mean, it's lunchtime. It's 1:30 p.m. Yeah. Here's this one from Nausicaa. I love Nausicaa's soundtrack. It's like it has vibes like this, but then there's also like electric or like synth as well in there in other tracks. Yeah, I do have Peak. I have Peak as well. I'm trying to get Ren to play Peak at some point soon. Or some point in general. Because she wants to play Peak too, but she's like not playing it. She's doing other things. You would probably like Nausicaa. As a character, I mean. So this is like the old style animation of Nausicaa here. Really classic style there. Very cool. Hey Leo, welcome in. Yeah, so this is like really old anime. Like it's 1984 or something like that. I think it might be 19. Hold on, let me look it up. The Valley of the Wind release. Yes, Nausicaa the Valley of the Wind came out in 1984, and then Castle in the Sky came out like 1986. Yep, 1986. Yeah, that's Nausicaa in that picture, but there's also like here's a new tab here. Also this one here. That's also her right there. Pretty neat. We're Nausicaa fans. Indeed. So I love the dub of it. The dub is pretty interesting. It has Mark Hamill, it has Shia LaBeouf is pretty funny. Like the fact that they got Shia LaBeouf for that. Like, they went like when he was still young. Here's another one. That's her glider from the film she's on. She's got the little fox, little fox cat kind of thing on it on her shoulder. Keeps resizing my window when I move it across monitors. I mean, I just kind of figured you kind of like everyone. um, I'm not wrong. Here's another one with the fox, and there's her. Pretty neat. What's interesting is the little fox creature here. It's also like this fox creature is also in Castle in the Sky. Like near, like when they finally make it to like that the big tree. There's a little I think they're called fox squirrels or something. They're also in Castle in the Sky, which is very cool. These are connected in some way. But oh yeah, the dub for Nazca also had the guy who plays Patrick Stewart. It's Patrick Stewart. Yeah, Patrick Stewart in there as well, which is really cool. I think Disney did a lot of the dubbing for Studio Ghibli movies, so they always have like really good, like well-known actors for the dubs. But if you're a big anime fan or weeb, then you're probably gonna watch it in the subs, or it's like your native language, of course. You know, people be watching it in other languages. I don't know. And then you said you haven't seen Princess Mononoke. I'm gonna assume you've at least seen her, right? Yes. Peak character design. Peak character design. Absolute peak character design. Absolute. Ashitaka, again, great character design. Absolute peak. We love Ashitaka. Look at him. Great character designs. Yeah, let's do. Let's see this one. Oh, yeah, here we go. It's very quiet right now, but it's gonna get there. This is another song from Nausicaa. But the music composer or producer's daughter at the time is doing this voice in the song, which I found was cool. And then she grew up to actually do like performances for Studio Ghibli music, like live performances. Totally different vibe than the previous Nausicaa song, but it's so good. I'm gonna change the quality. There we go. There's another like poster kind of image from the film. It's like promotional art, or like older promotional art. It's a whole vibe, honestly. It's a whole world, like a whole different world. Yeah, there's a lot of this motif in the film. It's great. But yeah, I'm gonna go before the ads start in 2 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here and just um eat some lunch, and then I'll be back a little bit later for Deltarune Chapter 2. I need to do it. I've been saying I'm gonna do it. I need to do it. I need to continue it because I did start it. I didn't get very far though. I need to do it. And Moon, if you're still up, I know it's pretty late for you, but if you're still up and tune in, then you'll be able to check out the game from that if you're interested. Yeah. All right. Or I might do it in your morning because like I was thinking of 6 p.m. EST, and that would be 6 a.m. for you. I think. Pretty sure. I don't know, but that's still pretty early for you. I would assume you would be asleep by then. But yeah. Uh, let's see. we'll see. There's always the VOD if you're interested in that. Um, or you could just like get the game yourself and play it sometime. Yeah, I will see y'all soon. It's been a great test stream, just chill stream as well, kind of technically. Uh, Thanks again for the sub, appreciate it. And yeah, so we'll be back soon. Bye bye.